Hey everybody, welcome. It is No Bones About Wrestling. It is Thursday night and it's 7 p.m. This is not usually when we see each other, or if you're on the audio cast, it's not when you usually hear us. But here we are. And the reason is we're doing a prediction and preview special for AEW's Forbidden Door pay per view coming up Sunday, just 3 days from now. And so, as is tradition here on No Bones About Wrestling, we have the prediction championship belt. So, whoever gets the most predictions right out of the matches, hold it up higher there, okay?
Is it upside down? No.
Whoever, and of course, this is the old ECW world title, but for our use, it's the prediction championship. So, whoever between Kay and I gets the most picks right will win the belt. And if there's a tie, the champion keeps the belt, which Kay has done several times. We've had several ties this year. But yeah, so she's still the champion. She's been the champion.
I've been the champion so long. I've been the champion since last year.
It's true, unfortunately.
Yeah. Suck it.
So I don't know how that happens, but
awesome.
But yes, she's been the champion for several months, dating back to last year. Yeah.
We'll have to listen back to our old shows and figure out when I actually won this from you, because it was a long time ago, so I don't remember.
Yeah, we should have a title history. Yeah.
I suggested that. You poo-pooed my idea.
But yeah, so it's for the gold, folks. And I haven't introduced us. I'm your host, Asa, and this is my permanent co-host, K Fabulous. Mm-hmm. And Wolf was supposed to be with us tonight, but he's not here, so I don't know what's up. Hopefully he's okay and everything's okay.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully he'll join us mid-show.
Hope so, yeah. But yeah, let's get right to it. I don't know how long we'll go on, and if you feel like commenting, please comment. We love talking to you, and you don't have to agree with us. Just be nice about it. If you disagree with us, we'll talk to you as long as you're nice. If you're a jerk, probably going to get banned. So
yeah, we love to hear your picks too.
Yeah. We'd love to hear your picks too.
We primarily talk to each other, so we like to hear differing opinions.
Definitely.
Not that we agree on everything, but yeah.
So we're going to start kind of from the bottom, go up to the top. I mean, obviously we don't know the match order. We kind of just made least important match up to most important match. Hey, Antonio, what's up, man?
Hey, man.
We kind of just made least important match up to most important match. So let's get started. First match up, the Acclaimed and Tanahashi taking on the World Tag Team Champions, the Young Bucks, and the Continental Champion, Okada, still undefeated in singles action. Kay, what do you see in this trios match?
Oh, I have the Elite winning.
Yeah?
Yeah. You will find that I am not going to bet against the Elites at any points on this pay-per-view.
I see. Well, that's a little bit of a spoiler. I picked the Elite also. I think the gimmick is on a roll. I think the gimmick is doing very well, especially with Okada. It's weird. He's become the comic relief of it, which I don't really care for, but people seem to enjoy it. So,
you don't think the Young Bucks are also comic relief? I think everyone is except for Perry at this point. And even Perry drove a scapegoat truck over Darby Allin. Like, they don't take themselves too seriously.
Yeah, but when Okada does it, it's like he's doing like a punchline for a joke. It's like a silly. He does the same thing all the time. He's like, "Oh, sorry, bitch." It's not funny to me. That's all.
I don't mind it.
And I don't like them building his character that way. Antonio, we're going to talk about some other matchups. Yeah, just in a minute. But yeah, so Young Bucks and Okada, they have the momentum. They need to win this match to keep the momentum going for their storyline. So yeah, I picked Young Bucks and Okada as well. Mm-hmm. That's who I'll be cheering for too in the match, I think.
Oh yeah, me too, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Up next, another trios match. the trios division has really been getting some traction lately.
I love it.
Yeah. I love trios matches. We got the Learning Tree, which is Chris Jericho, the Learning Tree himself. We got Big Bill, Redwood, and then we have Brian Keith. But something happened to him?
He's injured.
He's injured. Is he kayfabe injured?
Kayfabe injured.
Okay. So he's kayfabe injured.
It's kayfabe as far as I know. Like, I'm pretty sure it's kayfabe.
Okay. And the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho, he said that they have a substitute partner.
Yeah.
But they haven't said who.
Well, no, they said who, and then that partner rejected them. They said it was going to be Minoru Suzuki.
Yeah, okay.
And then Suzuki was like, nope, I'd rather fight you for the FTW championship.
Right.
And so now they're still short one partner.
I was going to say, they're still short. Okay.
It's gonna be announced, I guess, at the show.
Yeah, so Jericho, Big Bill, and someone, I assume someone who's joining the Learning Tree. I assume that.
No, Jericho's got so many, well, he's got a lot of people that hate him, but I meant he also has some friends. I mean, he's wrestled all over. I could see it being a New Japan or CMLL person.
Mexico. He spent a lot of time in Mexico at the beginning of his career.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't really have a guess as to who the partner is going to be. Like Kay just said, Chris Jericho has wrestled all over the world. It could be any fucking body, you know.
I have a guess.
What's your guess?
Sammy.
Oh, Sammy Guevara.
Yeah.
I love Sammy and I love Jericho, but I don't know if I want to see them together again. You know?
Oh, I definitely think it's not the best thing for Sammy's career.
Yeah.
But I think they need to freaking use Sammy already because everyone at this point is like, the only reason he's not back is because Mercedes is there, and I don't think that's the case at all. And I think that he needs to come back to show them that that's not the case.
I don't think that's the case. Bless you.
Thank you.
Didn't I? Now he said something, a joke, but a pretty,
non-PC.
Yeah, a non-PC joke. We'll just say that. So.
But it was like in 2016, right?
Yeah. He said it on Twitter, and he apologized for it.
And it was before he was in AEW.
Yeah, and I believe Mercedes, didn't she accept the apology?
She did.
Didn't I hear that?
She did. Yeah, that's why I think all these people are wrong.
Yeah. So let's move on.
Yeah.
But I would love to see Sammy back. I just don't think Jericho, just going back to Jericho every time he comes back, I don't think that's the best thing for his career, you know?
Yeah.
He needs to go out on his own now and make his own way, I feel like.
I think so too, especially because like our YouTube TV always auto starts the same match at the exact same point from forever ago.
Right.
And it's a Big Bill like kicking the shit out of Sammy in a parking lot fight. You know, like
Big Bill and Ricky Starks versus Jericho and Sammy. Yeah.
So I think maybe just because that keeps showing up, it reminds me like maybe Big Bill and Sammy shouldn't quite be working together all of a sudden. But
no, I think we have a wolf sighting.
Yay! Do we need to howl?
Sorry, I may have completely did not realize the time. I think I got confused over the time. I thought we were going at 8. Silly me.
That's all right. No, let me see if I can get back into the fucking.
That's all right. So yeah, I got the card ready. Okay.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Hello. Yeah. So, Mason got black screen.
I can no longer hear Wolf.
Oh.
Okay, I'll be right back. Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Success.
So yeah, I got the Forbidden Door card ready. All in front
We're
of
here.
me. Good news, and also weird news. You probably will judge me for it. I'm wearing long sleeves in 80, 90-degree weather.
I'm with you. Iron.
Okay, let me explain why. I have been looking for this shirt for
Oh, awesome.
months.
NWO
I like
Wolfpack.
misplaced it. I was like, where did I put it? It was somewhere in buried in my closet. I'm like, typical.
That's awesome.
So, yes, I'm wearing the Wolfpack shirt today.
I think we lost all of our viewers.
Oh. Well, I did a bit of promoting, so
Yeah.
maybe there will
It's fine.
be.
They'll be. It's fine. Let's just keep going.
So all right. So we did one match so far for predictions. So tell us, who do you think between, we got the Acclaimed and Tanahashi versus the Young Bucks and Okada? What do you think on that one?
Hold on, just had to remove act friend. Okay. Yeah, that match is awesome. I am going a little crazy with my prediction. I'm gonna say Acclaimed and Tanahashi.
Okay. Wow.
I think Tanahashi pins Okada,
Wow. Okay.
leading to a title match later.
That is a bold pick for sure.
Is, yeah. We
Yeah.
both picked against you.
Yeah, we both picked the
The Elite is the safer pick, but I think
Yep.
I could see them doing Tanahashi versus Okada at Wrestle Dream or something. I don't
No,
know.
I see that. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, we both picked the Elite. Just saying, like the gimmicks going on, like they need to win.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense, especially since the Bucks just lost to the Acclaim. So is that the only match, you guys?
Yeah, and then we just started talking about who was talking. No one really.
Well, we were just explaining who was going to be in the match.
Yeah, so we've got the Learning Tree, which is Jericho, Big Bill, and now a mystery partner.
Yeah.
Versus Samoa Joe, Hook, and Katsuyori Shibata.
Of course, because I have the entire Forbidden Door card on the wiki up. I know who the partner is.
Who is it?
It's Jeff Cobb.
Oh, that might be a.
I was wondering. No one accepted
I'm sorry, it's a slight spoiler for Collision. They're gonna
with
brawl.
Jericho though. With Jericho.
Oh, did
yeah, with Jericho.
Collision?
It's Collision. Yeah, Collision. Joe, Hook, and Shibata are gonna brawl with the Learning Tree, and Jeff Cobb's gonna come in and say,
right.
"I'm the partner."
Okay.
And I mean, I think that's cool. I never expected Jeff Cobb, but
yeah. Well, I thought he was gonna have his own match because didn't he issue an open challenge for Forbidden Door?
I thought he did, but maybe he was supposed to, and then they're like, nah. Since we don't have since how this is going, we don't really have people from Jeff Cobb. Just throw him with Jericho. Especially since Minoru just randomly was like, no, I don't want to partner with you again. I want to fight you.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't know when that's going to be, but...
That's going to be awesome.
So, Kay, what do you think on that?
Hold on.
I have the Learning Tree winning this one. I thought that the mystery partner was going to bring a new level of oomph to the Learning Tree. Yeah, some sort of liquid fertilizer elements, perhaps.
What?
Liquid fertilizer to make the tree grow.
I see.
Yeah.
All right.
It's interesting, though, because Jeff Cobb has also wrestled for Don Callis, hasn't he?
I don't know.
He did.
I don't know.
He took the place of Hobbs, I thought, in a match with Fletcher and someone. Takeshita, maybe?
That sounds right, but I don't remember, honestly.
I'm pretty sure. When Wolf comes back, he can tell you I'm right because I'm right.
All right, and this one, I'm gonna go with the Learning Tree. Yeah, Chris Jericho's team. Kind of the same reason that I picked the Elite in the match against the Acclaimed and Tanahashi. You know, they've got these heel gimmicks going on, where really to keep the heat.
Apologies, I had to deal with children.
That's all right.
My cats.
Okay.
My cats, yes. I had to help my mom put them back in the bathroom because she wanted a break from them. So yeah,
Understand that.
I was shocked honestly. I was watching Dynamite. I was like, I was like, they were saying, oh, we're gonna like Jericho was saying about his the third like his partner, and I was like, it's probably gonna be Minoru, and then Minoru showed up, and I was like, yeah, of course, and then Minoru was like, no, I want to fight you. I'm like, okay. Just did not expect that at all.
So yeah, what I was saying is that I think the Learning Tree are going to win for the same reason as the Bucks and Okada. Just they've got to maintain their momentum if the gimmick is going to work. You know, they've got to
Right.
matches, you know, and make themselves look formidable.
I think the only way the Learning Tree loses is if Minoru shows up at Forbidden Door and costs them, which could happen, which they kind of implied maybe, but I don't know. I really don't know.
So what's your official pick?
I think it's gonna be Joe, Hook, and Shibata.
All right.
I think it's I think Minoru's gonna come and cost the Learning Tree.
The show's much more interesting when you're on it because you don't agree with us on things, you know?
No, I genuinely think Minoru's gonna show up, and they're probably gonna build up to Minoru versus Jericho.
Let's go.
All right. So we got an Owen Hart Foundation tournament first round match on the show. Bryan Danielson taking on Shingo Takagi. Is it Takagi or Takagi?
Takagi, yeah.
Takagi, okay.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, that's the main card one. Yeah, we also have one on 0 Hour, which is Mariah May and Saraya. But
we didn't make picks for 0 Hour.
No, yeah. We can tell the matches though in a minute. In a minute, we'll tell the matches. Do what?
I didn't write them down, but I'm sure we'll pass one.
There is 3 0 Hour matches.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are they?
We have Chris Statlander and Momo Watanabe versus Willow Nightingale and Tam Nakano. Just each of them getting a Stardom partner.
That's cool.
Mariah May versus Saraya, Women's Owen Hart Cup first round match, and then Lij, Yota Tsuji, Titan, and Hiromu Takahashi versus the Lucha Brothers and Mystico.
Okay.
Is Willow's partner, is she related to Bull Nakano? Do you know?
I don't think so. I don't know actually.
That'd be cool. So who have you got, Wolf, in the Danielson and Takagi match?
Danielson, easily.
Okay.
I also have Danielson.
So why?
Because I really want him to win. I don't know. I feel like he versus Jay White is a match that hasn't happened yet, and I think should. And since Takagi is from New Japan and Jay White came from New Japan, I'm assuming that's a match that's happened at some point. So I just thought the more interesting route would be Danielson. Plus, then you can have the BCC versus the Bang Bang Gang.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, right now, if Danielson wins, he faces Pac on Dynamite.
Oh, that's right. That's the other side. I forgot about that.
Yeah, Jay White would probably fight the wild card, who is handpicked by the Elite. I wonder who it might be.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know that one either.
I think I know who it is. It's like most
who does
likely.
What really? Who is it?
It's most likely Hangman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Adam
what I've been
Page,
thinking.
yeah.
I thought you had some other guess.
So because the elite handpicked the wild card, I'm like, okay, it's Hangman.
Yeah, that's my prediction is Hangman.
Well, I think
Yeah.
they said it's a member of the elite, didn't they? In their
I don't
promo?
think
They said it. Yeah, they said that the wild card would bring the world championship back to the elite. So
Yeah.
Right.
So-
it's Hangman.
Who else could it be? Because Perry's already in a match, and now the other three are also already in a match. So unless it's Omega miraculously recovering from surgery and joining with his enemies, it's got to
Yeah,
be.
no.
Yeah. All right, I think so. But yeah, let me tell Danielson and Takagi. I also picked Danielson.
Yeah.
Just I think I don't know who I think is going to win the tournament so far. But I definitely think Danielson is getting to the second round. I think he'll get pretty far, maybe to the finals. So I think Danielson is an easy pick in this one, and
Yeah.
should be a good match. I'm sure it'll be one of the best matches of the night with Danielson there. So
For sure.
look forward to that one.
You don't think Hangman's like definitely going to win this? I know it's weird to like pick someone to definitely win it who's not even definitely in the match yet, but that's who I definitely pick. Like I cannot see them not going that route.
I mean, if the wild card is Hangman, I would say it's definitely going to be Hangman.
Yeah.
Especially if Swerve retains on Sunday. But if it's anyone else, I would say maybe Danielson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think he's going to face McGinnis at All In.
No, definitely not.
You say definitely not.
I don't think so. I don't see McGinnis
Why didn't
wrestling.
like up his butt then from like the second he got to AEW?
I don't know. Like McGinnis, I don't know. Like they really are keeping it hiding it. If they have not ever implied McGinnis is able to wrestle again, like I don't know. I don't know. I'm just.
That he can.
I read something they
Yeah, he
can, but I don't know if it's
definitely
true. I don't know if it's true or not.
I don't know. Yeah, they just haven't built to it. They haven't even teased it. I don't know. They just all they showed was that McGinnis hates Danielson, and I'm like, I need more. If you're gonna fight Danielson at Wembley, I need more.
I think it's getting there.
So Danielson, everybody picked
Everybody's
Danielson.
picking Danielson.
All right.
I picked Danielson because I think Danielson will go to the finals.
So for the next match, we've got one that we were talking about on our show Monday. We were saying maybe it's not a big enough match for MJF.
You were saying that.
I was saying that MJF versus Hechicero.
Well, I think it's interesting. I mean, it's obviously lower on the card. But I mean, he just came back after having a record long reign before. Like, I figured he wouldn't be just put right into the main event scene.
Yeah.
And I think Hechicero is a really great opponent for MJF. I think it would give.
I'm not knocking him. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think it gives something new, gives something different for MJF, and I think it'll be entertaining enough.
No, I'm not. I think the match will be good. He's not a big name, is all I was saying. Hechicero, I just figured.
Yeah.
I just figured MJF would face someone that we heard about, before the last like 4 months.
Yeah.
But who can
Maybe they wanted Forbidden Door style opponent for MJF, and they're like, because I mean, the fact that he was like working with Roosh beforehand, and they just they were just like, yeah, CMLL probably the biggest guy we can throw, like probably the best person we can throw at MJF is Hechicero.
He's the only CML person on the card.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, who else?
In the main show, yes.
Who else has been around there? What'd you say?
In the main show, he is the only. Of course, we have Mystico in the pre-show. We have that's
That's it.
basically it.
Wow. So who do you see winning, MJF or Hechicero?
I think MJF. I think they're gonna keep building up MJF. Especially because I think I know what they're doing regarding Wembley.
Well, didn't you don't think it's going to be Daniel Garcia versus MJF?
No,
No.
no, it's gonna be Osprey.
Oof, that would be awesome.
I think
That'd be
MJF versus Osprey for the international title at Wembley.
See, I'm kind of thinking.
About that.
I'm kind of thinking personally. Well, I'll leave it till later.
Unless they swerve us and they decide to give Daniel Garcia the international title, and they're like, "Yeah, MJF, Daniel Garcia." I'm like, "All right, sure."
So who do you have? Oh, you said MJF.
I said MJF. Yeah.
So Kay.
Yeah, you talk while
I'll tell us while she gets the dog. So I have MJF winning also. Yeah, I just don't see them. And like I said, Hechicero, very entertaining, very good wrestler. Nothing against him. I just don't see AEW giving him the win over MJF.
Yeah, probably not over MJF.
I'd be shocked if he lost.
I have thoughts.
Unless they like do some kind of building up to like a later story or something, or like maybe they have Roosh come along and they keep doing Roosh and MJF, but I don't know. I don't think so.
If Adam Cole comes back and messes it up for him, and then we can reignite the MJF Adam Cole feud.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
good work.
Although I also picked MJF, but if he doesn't win, I'm going to say it's because of Adam Cole, which is also who I think he's going to be facing at Wembley.
That's fair. That makes sense. I mean, the way that they kind of like showed teases, I think Adam Cole probably shows up at Wembley and costs MJF against Osprey. Maybe.
So yeah, I picked.
But I don't know. They seem to really tease MJF and Osprey.
Yeah.
So unless they plan on doing it later, I think they're.
I get the feeling that's going to be a slow build. Like that is going to be like the exclamation point at the end of the year is kind of how I've been viewing that.
They could do that.
Yeah.
Good work.
I feel like it's definitely coming.
But I feel like
soon.
I feel like they should. No, see, I think they should hold off on it. They should just keep teasing it and like build the anticipation even more because people already want it so bad.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no like story there yet, really. And so I know people love their stories. So let's hold off on it and just have their interactions get more and more tense.
Yeah.
Finally have a reason for them to fight each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, right now they're the only like some like story behind it is like Osprey is basically like outshining MJF and like it's stealing his thunder and everything.
Yeah.
But like they could easily drag it out and make it more than that.
Because I feel like that's the same story they're doing with Osprey and Swerve, kind of too. You know.
I don't know.
A little, but it's not quite the same thing. Not quite the same thing. All right. Next match we have New Japan wrestler Zack Sabre Jr., one of the best, maybe the best technical wrestler in the world. And he's taking on Orange Cassidy from AEW. So let me start with Kay. What do you think about this match?
I think this match is going to be awesome. I'm super excited for it. It's probably the one I'm looking forward to the most, actually.
I think it's going to be great.
I love Zack Sabre Jr., as you are aware.
Yeah.
I am picking him because I will not pick against him. And I think I'm going to be right. But we'll see. Orange Cassidy pulls out wins when I do not expect him to. So I'm hoping I am not wrong. But I will not be surprised if I am.
Orange Cassidy wins a lot on pay-per-views, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems
When
to
he
get
had the
like
national
a
title,
lot of
like
wins.
wrapped up like a mummy, and it was like every day they were talking about like what parts of him were falling off of his body, and then he kept winning still. It was until he wrestled the unbeatable John Moxley that he finally lost.
Right.
You know, but I feel like I will be upset if he loses. If Zack Sabre Jr. loses, so
Yeah.
I'm picking him.
All right, Wolf. What do you think? Zack Sabre Jr. or Cassidy?
I will also pick Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah. You don't get to. Good job.
I think Orange doesn't really need this win. I like the fact I don't know. It just feels like it needs to, especially with the fact that he's like lost all his friends, almost all his friends except Ishii, I guess. But like, yeah, I think Zack Sabre. I think maybe that can play into Zack Sabre just managing to get the win, and I'm gonna say Zack Sabre wins.
Can I mention something that he just made me think of real quick?
Okay.
It's super weird that Trent doesn't have anything going on. Like they made such a big deal about the best friends breaking up and him turning his back on everyone and then joining the Callis family. And then the only person in the Callis family that has a match is Takeshita in the ladder match.
And Ospreay.
He's not really in the family.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, but
He's
they
not-
don't. I mean, yeah, they don't have anything with Fletcher and Trent. Hobbs is injured.
Yeah. But I meant like, I mean, I know, but it's just with Trent, like he was such a featured part of the stories up until like a week and a half ago, you know?
For all we know, Trent could be the one to cost Orange Cassidy against Zack Sabre.
They're good, I hope so.
So for this one, I picked Zack Sabre Jr.
You were gonna get booed if you didn't.
I think it's going to be a hell of a match. Another one that will definitely be a candidate for match of the night. I think. I want to see how their styles. Orange Cassidy really has his own kind of style. He's a lot better than some people give him credit for. And Zack Sabre Jr. has just an amazing array of holds that he can go into from different positions, and I think it's going to be a really cool match with two very different styles blending together. I can't wait to see this one. Yeah, definitely.
Do you know what oobleck is?
No.
It's from a Dr. Seuss story, but it's also what they call like the non-Newtonian solution when you mix cornstarch with water, where it's a liquid, but if you apply pressure to it, it turns solid.
Yeah.
Like that is Zack Sabre Jr. That is what his wrestling reminds me of.
We made those in elementary school.
Yeah, that's a very popular elementary school activity.
All right. Up next, big match. IWGP World Title match. We got John Moxley, the champion, defending it against Tetsuya Naito,
the former champion.
Yeah, trying to get it back. So, Wolf, what do you think on this one?
I think this is the match I might be most excited for, just because I think because the last time Moxley and Naito fought each other, it was amazing. I just loved it as a match. I just think it's just gonna be good. It's just gonna be really good.
The last
now for my prediction, you guys are probably gonna call me crazy. I say Naito wins.
I'm going to call you crazy.
Yeah. So
there's one thing
I think Moxley doesn't need to.
Do not pick against John Moxley. Because even when I'm like sure that this time it'll be safe to pick against him, it's not.
It's really weird because like they've also kind of like made it like a little unpredictable because Naito recently said, if I don't win the IWGP World Title from Moxley, then Moxley should take my place in the G1 Climax. I'm like, like I realize because it's weird because like the winner of the G1 Climax gets an IWGP World Title shot.
That's
and it's
that's New
like
Japan's big tournament for those of you viewers who
yeah,
don't know
yeah.
what we're talking about.
Usually, and like usually, I don't remember the last time an IWGP World Champion was in the G1. Maybe they were, but like I don't remember that. Like when they held the belt. Like obviously former world champions, they've been in it, but usually it's not like the world champion is in the G1 climax because well, if they win, they can't fight themselves.
Yeah, I may try to catch that. Maybe this year. It seems
I
like
don't
a
know.
great tournament. Seems like fun.
Yeah, Takeshita is in the G1 climax.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They might. I really don't know. They could maybe keep the belt on Moxley just so, and then maybe Takeshita wins G1 to do Moxley versus Takeshita again, even though eliminator matches it really screws up with that. I think I just think Moxley doesn't really need to have the IWGP World Title anymore. So I just feel like it would be uh easier just for Naito to get it back.
Need it. I mean, you're saying he doesn't need it anymore, but like I don't think he needed it in the first place.
No, he didn't. But I got like the whole achievement thing. I get like he's a guy that is just credible, just bringing it to AEW, eyes to AEW. Just
Yeah.
I get it, but like why we gave it to him, but I think it's fine to give it back to Naito. Yeah, and I want to see Naito with a proper reign because he didn't really get that. So I think Naito should win on Sunday.
So with this one, I'm picking John Moxley. I've learned don't pick against him on pay-per-views. I've
Yeah.
learned my lesson already before several times. So I don't pick against him now, and I win the matches. So I think he'll be keeping the IWGP title. May lose it in a week or something. Who knows? But he's going to win on the pay-per-view, I predict. Should be a wild match. John Moxley's been going wild lately. Just blood everywhere and cuts all over himself, and he
I mean, I've noticed he's been bleeding a little less, like lately. Just like mostly in New Japan, though. I mean, maybe AEW. He's like, no, even in AEW, he hasn't been bleeding as much. New Japan, like the last match he had with Naito, he like didn't bleed at all. And I'm like, am I watching John Moxley? Like
his last defense, though, they showed pictures of it online, and he looked like someone had poured a bucket of blood over him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it was
That's
like
what I was referring to.
I think Naito was bleeding, though. I think Naito was bleeding, but
if he was bleeding, then John Moxley just bathed in it because it was like soaked.
Naito, I think, was bleeding, but I don't know. Actually, I don't know about no, his last match, his last title defense was against Evil. I think it was a lumberjack match or something. So yeah, I think it was supposed to be bloody, but yeah, against Naito, I don't remember him bleeding at all. Naito maybe bled a little, but yeah.
It's okay. What do you think on this one?
I have John Moxley winning. I'll be rooting heartily against him, as always.
She's a hater.
And this is the match to which I am least looking forward.
Wow, really?
This card is awesome.
Yeah.
So, like, every match is going to be good. So I might as well pick the one with one of my least favorite wrestlers on it to be the worst match, and I'm picking this one. Not a fan.
I mean, if this is the match you're least excited for, I think Forbidden Door is an insane card.
I think it is too. I think it's awesome. Like, I was looking at the matches, being like, there's no way that that's going to be the one that I'm least looking forward to. But then I looked at the rest of them, and yes, it is.
I think the one I'm least looking forward to is Learning Tree versus Joe Hook and Shibata.
That's probably mine.
Shibata and Joe so much. And Jericho.
No, I like all those guys. I just,
Honestly, the only reason I'm like excited about Elite versus Acclaimed and Tanahashi is because of Tanahashi and Okada. Of course, Okada. I enjoy Okada, but the tag teams that I don't care. What if
I need the Acclaimed to like revitalize themselves and make me care about them again.
A lot of people have been
I
saying
need Bowens to have a solo run?
I don't want them to break up. I just need something different from them.
I'm just annoyed with
So-
Caster. I just don't care about Caster anymore.
You know, at least the last few matches they've had, they've changed things up a bit from like the generic Acclaimed match we saw for so long.
Yeah.
I need something different.
I hear you. Yeah, the scissoring is still over with people, but it's not like it was when you saw like 10 fucking giant scissors in the crowd. When the show came on, it's not like it was.
I don't need them to get rid of that. I just need them to add another element.
Yeah.
You know, like something to make it feel fresh.
Like a fly girl.
Like a what?
A fly girl to accompany them and dance to Caster's raps.
Dressed as Jeff Goldblum in the movie The Fly?
No. You're missing the point.
All right. I think we have the women's matches and the ladder match in the main event.
You moving our talk
Yeah.
along?
So
No, I'm just looking through it. I'm like, we went through like all the matches except the women's matches and the ladder match and the main event.
So next, women's world, the AEW women's world title, timeless Toni Storm defending against Mina Shirakawa.
You're putting these in order from what you think is the bottom of the card to the top of the card, and you say the women's world title is lower than the TBS title.
Well, you made the list.
I just copied it in order off CBS.
Okay, well that's how we got it. So don't blame me. Blame
Well, at the
CBS.
beginning of the show, you said you were going from what you think.
Oh wait, did we talk about the TBS title?
No, it's next. We're gonna talk about it next. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I think the Monet match is bigger than Toni Storm match. Anyway, so I think so.
Yeah, it's a double title. It's title for title, so sadly.
Mr. Storm and Shirakawa. Kay, what do you think?
I have Toni Storm winning because I have Mariah May winning the Owen Cup, and I think they're going to face each other at All In, and I cannot wait.
I feel the same way. I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I am accepting of that. I also say Toni Storm wins. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like I of course didn't anticipate before about Owen Cup winners going on to Wembley.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't have done timeless Toni Storm versus the Mariah May at Wembley yet, but we vibe, we ball, we move forward. Yeah, I think Mariah May is gonna win the Owen Cup. They kind of heavily implied it. So Toni has to win here.
Yeah, I agree with all that. Yeah, and the Storm, her gimmick just keeps going strong, and that's one. We were talking about the Acclaimed. Kay was saying they need revitalization. Toni Storm is a gimmick that doesn't need revitalization because they keep doing different things with it and having different aspects of it. And then the characters are changing the way that they react. Luther has changed the way he acts towards things. Mariah May has changed the way that she acts, definitely. They've been doing a lot of touching and feeling of one another lately. So that's very different. Same with Toni. So the way they've been, just changing things up and throwing, curveballs at us really has been interesting and fun. So yeah, I say keep it going. Toni Storm wins, keeps the belt. Next match is for 2 belts. We have the TBS champion, Mercedes Moné, and she's taking on the New Japan Strong Women's Champion, and Stephanie
Vakor.
Vakor is Vakor?
Yeah.
Okay. Stephanie Vakor. So, Wolf, what do you think?
Mercedes, easily. Yeah, there's no way she's losing. Yeah, I mean, I don't like that this match was title for title. I would have preferred just one belt. Um, I mean, I guess that no matter what they did, what they did regarding titles, it would have been predictable because if it was for the TBS belt, it would be Mercedes. If it was for the New Japan belt, it would probably be for the. It would probably be Stephanie, and if they do title for title, Mercedes just won. She's not gonna lose. So yeah, I don't know. I really don't like that. But I mean, it's fine. It's whatever. I don't know how they're gonna book Mercedes with two belts. I usually don't enjoy two belt reigns. Like I don't know. I'm always cautious about two belt reigns, but I really don't know.
I'm okay with it this time. Like, I'm normally not a fan, but I feel like with Mercedes, it's hard to imagine her losing the TBS title. And so I feel like any match she was going to be in was going to be predictable. But I feel like adding a second belt to it makes it a little more questionable, especially if she has matches where only one belt is on the line. Like, I feel like that gives room for her to not be undefeated anymore, but still keep a belt. Plus, if I was her and I just joined a company that was like making such a big deal about how the women's division's going to be just awesome in this huge push, and I look around and I see 3 guys carrying 3 belts around backstage, and 2 of them have been wrestling for like 3 years, I'd be like, where the fuck's my other belts, So I don't blame her. But I also have Mercedes winning, and I think there is a 0% chance that she loses.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I picked Mercedes.
Yeah.
Same thing Kay said. I mean, I agree with all that. So I don't really need to say anything. But she said it all. Mercedes wins 2 belts. We'll see what she does with them. So, but that'd be cool to it'd be a cool thing for her character for sure to have 2 belts and just brings more boasting, and more self-centered behavior.
Yep.
So I think it'll be a good thing for her.
Plus, I hate for her that she lost that belt, when she was supposed to be the first ever champion, that sucks.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it was good for Willow at least to get the belt.
And for Mercedes, that's.
Yeah. Now, the next match, the ladder match, there is small. I have the card, of course. I know who the 6th person is.
Tell me.
El Phantasmo.
Oh, right,
Oh.
okay.
From New Japan. Yeah.
Did they pick that on
I
Collision?
think it was. I think the match. I think I shared. He had a match with AR Fox. I think
Yeah,
that was the
saw
TNT
that.
qualifier.
Yeah. I
So
forgot.
El
Yeah.
Phantasmo wins that, and he's the 6th person in that TNT ladder match. So
he
yeah,
said he definitely wins it.
yes. It's because Rampage and Collision I think were taped. So small spoilers.
AR Fox, man, he can't win a fucking thing.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
For like a year.
Yeah.
So we have a TNT ladder match, 6-person ladder match. We have Konosuke Takeshita, Mark Briscoe, Jack Perry, Dante Martin, Leo Rush, and El Phantasmo.
Ring of Honor World Champion Mark Briscoe.
Yeah. How can you leave that?
Yes, Ring of Honor World Champion Mark Briscoe.
All right, so here, Kay, what do you think?
It's not who I'm rooting for, but I have Jack Perry winning because I'm not picking against the elite. Yeah, when you got the bosses as your friends and a ladder match that I'm assuming is no DQ, because usually ladder matches are no DQ.
No DQ, yeah.
Like they're gonna fuck with shit, Like this match is not going unfucked with. So yeah, I'm picking Perry. He helped secure the Young Bucks tag titles. They can return the favor. But I'm rooting for Mark Briscoe because I love him. But I think he does not have a chance in hell.
Really?
But that
I
one
think it's
shoulder
good.
is so empty, you know. They need to do something about that.
So, Wolf, what do you think about the ladder match?
I do say Jack Perry as well. They've heavily implied it's going to be Jack Perry. I would have loved Takeshita to get it, but I once again have lost like hope. I don't know. The lineup honestly is incredible for that TNT ladder match, but like I just know I think it's going to be Jack Perry. They kind of there's really no other winner that they have booked it, implied it, so it's going to be Jack Perry.
I look at it at the list of guys in it, and I see somebody who's very deserving and has not had a belt while he's been in AEW, and that's Konosuke Takeshita. So I think
Yeah.
this is night. Finally, I think he gets the TNT title belt and gets rewarded for some of the awesome matches that he's had. I don't know. I just don't see Jack Perry winning it. I mean, I can see why you guys think that, but just personally, I don't see him walking out of there with the TNT title for whatever reason.
Yeah,
I think
that's fair.
he'll be chasing it. Like if Takeshita wins it, he'll be chasing Takeshita, you know. And I think they can do a lot of bad stuff that way, and just interfering in this one match to give Perry the belt.
I would rather it be Takeshita, but I feel like they just heavily implied it to be Jack Perry.
Yeah,
I would also rather it be Takeshita, but I don't think that's happening. I think the image is too tempting of all of the members of Elite having that belts, you know? Especially if he shows up, wins the Owen Hart tournament, so he gets that belt and he gets the title shot, you know?
Mm.
I just think the visual for your like dominant faction, it's too tempting.
Yeah, well, that's a very good reason.
Plus, like, I think a feud between the Elite and the Callis family would be awesome.
Yeah.
And I feel like if they screw Takeshita out of the belt, that can start something. I guess it could go the other way too. If the Callis family screws Perry out of the belt, then the Elite could go after them. I don't know. We need something for blood and guts, and I would love to see the Callis family versus the Elite.
Yeah, I was just about to say Blood and Guts
Yeah.
is coming up, so that would fit well. That's
especially because they've been adding members to the Callis family again, you know? Well, and to the Elite, but yeah.
Yeah, that's the match maybe I look forward to the most every year. I love it. You know, it's like War Games in the NWA and WCW, and I love it. I love it.
So this is the first match that you and I have picked differently.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. And so it sounds like we picked differently on the championship match.
Oh, I think we did.
So we've got Swerve Strickland, who has had the belt since, how long's he had it?
Dynasty.
When was that? April?
I have no concept of time.
Yes,
April?
Yeah.
roughly, yeah.
Had the belt for 2 months.
He's not losing.
And he's taking on international champion
Yeah, it
Will
was
Ray.
April.
International title not on the line.
Nope, just for the world title.
Yeah. So, Wolf, what do you think about this one?
This is an amazing match, obviously. Just the history between Swerve and Ospreay, like, and I know like how talented they are. Like, they are going to kill it. This is easily going to be the best match of the night. Without like really much competition. However, I'm going to say, and still AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland.
I'm agreeing with Wolf.
You agree? Yeah.
Yeah. It's not time yet. It's not
It's
time.
not, yeah, no.
Not only because
Ospreay doesn't need
that's
2
where he
belts.
deserves more, but also for AEW's sake, your first black world heavyweight champion needs to keep the belt longer than 2 months. Especially, like, if they hadn't made a big deal out of it, then whatever, but they made a big deal out of it. And so it would be super shitty to be like, nope, it's done now, you know?
I mean,
Yeah.
beyond that, I don't think Ospreay needs 2 belts. I think him having the international belt is enough. especially since he is literally international talent. So I think there's no, I don't see a reason why you give the belt to Ospreay.
Yeah, and I also think he doesn't do the Tiger Driver 91. The Callis family is livid, and this is the separation.
You think they cost him the match?
I think him not doing the Tiger Driver 91 costs him the match, and they are upset that he didn't use all the cards in his deck when he had a world title match. You know,
that's a very good. I mean, that's a good prediction.
This is a boost that Swerve needs. Like, yes, he's the world heavyweight champion, but in a company that recently acquired Okada and Ospreay and has Moxley and Danielson, I feel like giving world champion like a win over arguably the best wrestler in the world is going to make that belt and that wrestler elevated more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I mean, right now, I feel like if you asked anyone who's the best wrestler in AEW, most people are going to say Will Ospreay.
I think so.
And you don't want that when your champion is not Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
So I feel like having Swerve lose to him is better for the company.
Well, just to
Swerve beat him rather is better to company.
To answer that, you talk about most people would say Will Ospreay if they're asked, who's the best wrestler in the world. That is why I say Ospreay wins it. Gets 2 belts. I think he's on fire. I say strike while the iron is hot. He is undefeated in AEW. He comes in and has, almost every card he's on has the best match. Almost every time.
Shane Taylor ruined it and made us have to say the word almost.
Yeah, he fought Shane Taylor on like Collision, and that match was not good. But man, the guy's killing it, and he deserves the world title. And I think it's a little unfortunate that it would take Swerve to 2 months. I say Swerve is going to have another world title reign. He'll have more title reigns in his future, I think. So that's why I don't feel that bad about taking it from him in just 2 months. And have a good reign with it. Put somebody at the front of your company who is the fucking man. He is the best wrestler. That's why he has the world title. I think that's a smart thing to do, and they have an opportunity to do it. So I say fucking do it.
I wanted to, predict something else based on what Kay said. Right. When Kay talked about the Tiger Driver, I also agree with that. I'm gonna go even beyond that. I say Swerve wins with the Tiger Driver.
Oh shit!
That would be awesome.
Damn.
That's a good prediction.
That would be cool. Maybe they do that.
That's really good.
If they combined your 2 predictions, that would be pretty
maybe
cool.
Maybe he does the house call after that, but he does but at the end he does Tiger Driver 91.
I love it. Cool, yeah. I love it. People would flip out. That's an excellent idea. Tony, if you're watching.
After Kay said her prediction, I kind of felt my confidence waning a little bit. But
that's what he does.
But I'm still going with Ospreay, so going with Ospreay. So did we mention the 0 hour matches? Did we say what they are?
Yeah.
We did?
Yeah, Wolf did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean I mentioned them. We didn't really predict them. We have Chris Statlander and Momo Watanabe versus Willow Nightingale and Tom Nakano. I honestly think it's gonna be what's it called?
Willow,
yeah, Willow and Tom Nakano, because I think Statlander is probably gonna go to the finals of the Owen Cup. I think like the one-on-one Statlander is gonna win, but I could be wrong, and they do. Vice versa. And then we got Mariah May versus Soraya. Mariah has to win this. If Mariah loses, I'm going to riot.
So that's an Owen Hart.
Yeah.
That's
cup.
an Owen Hart Cup. But like, I swear to God, I already watched Soraya win clean over Mariah one time. I'm like, I don't wanna see that ever again.
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about it. I don't think so.
Yeah.
So.
And then LIJ, Yoda Tsuji, Titan, and Hiromu Takahashi versus the Lucha Brothers and Mystico. I can't root against the Lucha Brothers. I'm gonna say Lucha Brothers and Mystico.
Yeah, that's a cool team.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great team.
I'm happy the Lucha Brothers are back. I've missed them on AEW TV. So
Oh, yeah.
more of them, the better.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, y'all. I think that's about all we have to say.
Yep.
If you enjoyed us talking tonight, we'll be here Sunday night doing a watch along of the show.
We'll also be here Saturday night doing a watch along of Collision.
Yep. So come join us, Wolf. Hopefully you'll come.
I might join late. I think I'm gonna do some interview thing at 8, but I don't know. Maybe I'll hop in or be in the chat.
That's cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see you. Yeah, but yeah, like we say, Collision Friday, and the pay-per-view. Excuse me, Collision is on fucking Saturday, and the pay-per-view is Sunday night. We won't be here for the 0 hour. We're going to another wrestling show, AML, here in North Carolina, and we're going to see Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Too Cold Scorpio.
And Mustafa Ali. Right?
And Mustafa Ali, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So maybe Too Cold Scorpio.
Yeah, Too Cold Scorpio got arrested for stabbing a guy the other night.
Oh.
June 15th, I think it was. And
multiple felony charges.
Two felony charges, but he's out of jail.
On bond, though. I don't know if you can leave the state if you're charged with felonies and you're out on bond.
I don't know. He's still advertised for the show, so
yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, that sucks. But he said it was self-defense, so who knows? I wasn't there. I don't know. So, anyways, that's the news we have. It's too cold for stabbing a man. But my point was, we won't be here for 0 hour. We'll be here when the pay-per-view starts, like 10 minutes before, like 7:50 on Sunday night.
Yep.
So hey, everybody, if you missed our show Monday, go watch it. Also, you can listen to it. It's on all the streaming places, iTunes, and all that stuff.
Feel free to subscribe so that way you get notifications. Turn your notifications on so you can find out when we do stuff. At some point, Ace is going to be posting a review of the Young Bucks sneakers. So subscribe so you can get notified when that finally goes up. Yeah. Anything else?
I think that's it. Yeah. Cool. Like stuff. Yeah. On YouTube. Click the like button. That makes a big difference for us. So we appreciate that. But yeah, have a great night. And hopefully we'll see you Saturday and Sunday.
Thank you, Wolf, for joining us.
Yeah. Thanks. And as Mick Foley says, have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.